Savant Young, represent Pasadena, California. I'm one of the co-owners of the Fight Academy here in Pasadena, and we're here putting it down, real busy. I got into fighting doing karate. You know, I grew up doing Kempo and Wing Chun. I used to fight in like the international karate tournaments back when I was 10, 11 years old. So I've been doing martial arts my whole life. You know, I've been around it. I've been watching boxing, and from boxing, you know, I started watching the UFC and all that stuff. So fighting's pretty much been a part of my life, you know, since I was young. Right after high school, I started kind of teaching myself, watching videos and going in the backyard with my buddies and, you know, kind of practicing MMA. I guess we could call it MMA back then. We used to just kind of beat the shit out of each other, you know, really didn't have the technique. So then I met a guy named Joe Charles, who was one of the first people in the UFC. He was like in UFC 1, 2, and 3, and he the one who kind of introduced me to the sport and kind of took me under his wing and got me going professionally. And that was 99. I had my first professional fight, and so I've been around. I'm old, I guess. Yeah, so that's pretty much how I got started, and I've been doing it ever since, you know, in and out. You know, I got 2 children, so, you know, when I had one of my kids, I kind of was off for a couple years. So, you know, it really wasn't any money in it back when I was doing it. You know, you might make $500 maybe. You know, my first couple fights I fought for free. So it was real hard to do it and actually live on it until it became, you know, up to this point. You know, now we getting interviewed, and now we got companies, you know, selling shirts and all kinds of different stuff. So now it's a pretty lucrative thing to be in now. I've taught at a couple different places, but this is the first gym that you know, I got a business partner that I work with here. So this is like my first gym that I actually have you know, that I got partner ownership in, and which is cool because it kind of it's more security that way, you know what I mean? I've been places that I've started and got it going, and, you know, after that we might have fell out for whatever reason. So, you know, this is my home, you know, Fight Academy Pasadena. These are all my family. Everybody in this gym I care about truly. You know, I'm not really deep rooted with my own family, so everybody around me kind of became my family through this sport. One round. This dude's a beast right here. This is one of my boys. Kind of high. This is a hog right here, man. He trained with us at the body shop. This dude is, he'll fight anybody. So, you know, I embrace them like my own. I go to their kids' birthday parties and everything. You know, I'm really a part of what they do as well. So I think that's why we got such a tight-knit group here, because they, you know, it starts from the head and I think it trickles all the way down. So the way I am, the way everybody else is in here. So we're definitely a family-oriented gym for sure. I have a team of about 8 guys that are actively fighting right now, but I have 200 members in the gym. We have a record. Our amateur guys are 18-5 right now, you know, in the year that we've been fighting as a team, which is really good because they're all true amateurs. They didn't come from wrestling backgrounds or, you know, karate backgrounds. Like, all these guys come from this gym. They trained under me, and they all been doing their fights under me at this gym. So they're like truly, you know, green athletes, but really well-rounded athletes. So I'm real proud of them, because they make us look proud and they make me look good, you know, at the same time. So I couldn't ask for nothing more from them at all. I do a number of different things. For one, you know, I really became in tune with running a lot more. That was one of my worst subjects, was running. I really hated running. So I've kind of picked that up. I run 3-4 miles a day. You know, every morning I get up at 6 and I do my 4 miles. I do strength training. I wasn't a believer in any type of weights, you know, because I always thought bodybuilders lift weights, sitting in there looking in the mirror and shit, and kind of, you know, wondering how big their arms got or whatever. I've always been naturally strong. You know, I've always been a guy that could do pull-ups and dips and, you know, muscle-ups and stuff before I was even doing any type of weight, so to speak. So, but I got a strength coach now that helped me from when I got my injury. After I tore my pec, I became a firm believer in strength conditioning, meaning kettlebells, you know, tire flipping, you know, different type of platform work. I do a lot of Olympic snatches now. I don't do your normal bench press, incline stuff. It's all about pull-ups, rubber bands, you know, a lot of agility work. We pretty much have a guy who's, he designed a program for us. He's the head athletic trainer over at the Pasadena City College. His name is Rudy Aguilar, and he, you know, he kind of looked at what we did in terms of fighting and how long we had to fight and when we needed to be strong in different areas of the round and how much time we had to recover. And he kind of devised kind of like a sliding scale of how we should be performing in between each set. So that truly helped us out because it was closely simulating the fight in terms of muscle fatigue and cardio at the same time, you know? Because it's not just, you could be strong as hell, but if you don't have any gas to carry the strength, then it's kind of a waste, you know? When I'm not training to fight, I only do it twice a week. But when I do start, you know, getting ready to fight, which I am going to be doing in a few weeks, I'll do 4 times a week. One being a circuit day where we'll do maybe 10 stations. And during those 10 stations, each station is 1 minute worth of work with a 30-second rest in between. And we'll do that whole rotation 3 times. So that pretty much simulates our fight in terms of fatigue and all that stuff. And after that, we do a lot of shuttle runs and, you know, stuff like I'll run them with the football players. So, you know, or the basketball team, whoever's fast, he puts us in there to keep up with them. So that's pretty much been the schedule, and it's been working out so far. Because I mean, I'm not tired. I can go all day pretty much now. So I'm real happy with what we've been doing. Sleep, recovery. I think the main thing is sleep for one. I mean, everybody supplements. You know, I take my normal supplements, my branched chains, my glutamine, supplement my greens, flaxseed. I stay high on that. I drink a lot of watermelon juice. That's probably like my #1 hydration thing that I always take since it's so high in potassium. I drink a ton of watermelon juice. Other than that, you know, basic multivitamin and just pretty much trying to relax when I'm supposed to. You know, that's how I got injured before, was by doing too much. You know, doing too much, and that kind of damaged my pec. You know, and because I kind of was on my 3rd workout in one day, and my body wasn't hydrated, and I think you tear muscles when you don't have enough fluid in them. So I learned it the hard way. And that price was a whole year off the game. So, you know, so I'm definitely never going to do that again. I can tell you that right now. For those out there thinking about doing this sport, just know there's a lot of guys out there like me that's been around here for a long time, and we don't like all you guys thinking that you can put a tap-out shirt on and shit and think you tough because you've been training for 4 months. You know, this is how we eat. So first off, respect the sport. Really go and learn it. Don't rush yourself into it, because there's guys out there that can truly hurt you. You know, this is not like the I'm cool thing to do. You know, we got guys that got hurt. One of my boys here, right behind him, in his last fight, he broke his leg and arm. Come here, Jesse. Come over here. This dude, this is one of my soldiers, man. Show him your scar. This is what a real fighter looks like in a fight, okay? Broken arm and broken leg, and he didn't even tap out or nothing.
Yeah, it happened in the 2nd round, and I came back out there. I told my coach, Tone, like, hey man, it feels funny. I said, go back out there. I was like, all right.
And he went back out there. So for all you guys that's thinking that this is just something cool to do, you know, you can get hurt, man, and this is serious business. So don't jump in there thinking that, you know, you can just do this just because, you know, because it kind of takes away from all the other guys that's been doing this a long time, because they start taking lesser paydays, and these promoters will start using these guys as fillers. You know, the promoters truly don't give a shit about the guys fighting. They just care about people in the stands. So And at any expense, you know, they're just worried about people coming in, and if you get hurt, it makes a good video for them, you know. So take your time, learn it, get good at all the disciplines all the way around, and then get in there and you know, take a fight. You know, I want the sport to progress, of course. I want this sport to be an Olympic sport. I feel we deserve the respect to be, you know, at that level of the game, like NFL and everything else. So, you know, once it grows to that level, you know, I'll probably, I'll be a coach somewhere, of course, but I'll get to enjoy seeing it for sure. If you ever need to look me up, of course, Savant Young, everybody's on Facebook. I would have a website, but I don't need it because we got Facebook at this point. But I do have a website for the gym. It's fightacademymma.com. You can get all the info there. You can Google Savant Young, or you can just ask anybody on the streets about me, man, and they'll, you know, nobody got any bad words to say about me at all. My man, message, baby. Let's go.